What's up, guys? Just let me know that you can hear me nice and clear. Just let me know you can hear me nice and clear. I just wanted to go over the pre CPI charts. For the markets. It's been a long time since we've been over them. I think we went over last month, if I'm not wrong. But that's a crazy ripper last. Oh wow. So we had this nice little ripper, and this ripper alone, calls went up probably of the 4430s at least, or 4435s probably went up close to 1000% just in these last 10 minutes. So sometimes when you catch moves like this, there's a lot of money to be made. Anyways, so let me remove these gamma zones. I remove everything. Let's go on the daily first, then we'll zoom out. The SPX. So far, pretty neat chart. As you guys can see here, we were roughly around in December 2021 where we made the toppy pattern, right? And then we came down, and then here's when we made the strong base. We basically held this zone from 2020, the breakthrough, right? And now we had this nice little pattern. We broke out, and now we're here building a little bull flag here again, right in the top. Now the question is, how is this going to be a tough market to go above this or shorter? I mean, I wasn't expecting for this to come this high, but now that it has, things change obviously, and as long as we hold, I think as long as the market holds above this zone right here, I would say this is the first zone, right? Pretty evident, roughly around 4200, and then the first one we have right here near 4300. And I also gave you guys a level, based on certain thing, the 4375 plus on daily. We remain supportive, and I think we remain bullish as long as we're above 4375 on SPX. All right, failure to hold 4375, then we probably test this zone right here, which is 4300, and then we roughly got the 4200 zone. All right, so we'll see how that goes in the coming days. So it could be a good dip. And then if we go on the weekly chart, I mean, the weekly the scenarios have totally changed, right? I mean, we had a nice little dip, and now it's been running. We see how far it goes. Right, again, I mean, on the weekly, we are heading towards a very big resistance where we are basically right now, so it won't be easy to get through this. But once we flash through this, we go above, then maybe all-time highs, I don't know. All right, or maybe we come and visit this support right here, which is 4100. At least this support I would love a visit if it comes, right? And then I want to see if we reverse from here and then maybe go back up if the market wants up. And if we feel this support, then we'll see what happens in the coming months and whatnot. And so that's the weekly. Let's go over the monthly quickly. The monthly also absolute ripper. I was not expecting such a big ripper last month in June, but it happened, right? We broke through the resistance 41 70ish, 80ish, and now we are on the monthly. Do we continue going up or do we come down? I don't know. We'll see. And tomorrow we have CPI. So what do we have tomorrow? Tomorrow we got CPI. All right. On this number we can rip big and we can dip big, or nothing has to happen either. So we'll see how this goes. But certain names that are on my watch list that I'm watching after tomorrow. Number one, I got Amazon, right? Amazon daily I'm watching. If we can get, now there's a lot of resistance on Amazon at the 130 level, a lot of gamma around this zone right here, right? We went over this, and I think once Amazon gets above this zone, we do have the next level all the way towards 140, 145. So there's a big move that can take place. All right, but that's above 132. Yeah, I know, G Money. Maybe those days will come back when I can start doing them again, hopefully soon. 132 plus, we can have 140, 145 on Amazon. Again, this zone will not be easy. Tomorrow, again, it comes down to CPI. Do we reject this zone and come back? A couple of gaps to fill. Do we fill them at all or not? Right? Amazon equities up nice. If anyone's in, we did buy the exact bottom, so that I'm proud of myself. And Google also, guys, two names and numbers that you need to look out for on Google, which I know by heart, and we've been discussing this for the last few weeks. 117, right, must hold on Google, right? And then we got 121 small resistance, and then 123 is major. And once we're above 123, I think 130 will be fairly fast. And these trades, you can even do equity trades when they come. But Google above 123, once we are above it and we can hold above it, I think 130 comes. All right. Last time we did get towards 129, 130, so we could test this same resistance again above 123. So there's a big wall at 123 which is blocking it. Once that's gone, I think we get 130. And to the downside, 117 is a must hold. And another a thing to see here is we do have this little gap, which if it comes, we can probably test it. Right, this right here near 112. So I'm also watching for this gap in case if we do flush and we get a little reversal, then maybe I can try long on Google, maybe through equity next time. So we'll see what happens. Baba, keep an eye on Baba still. This name has some open interest this week in this zone right here. Number one is 95 zone right here. It's got some interest right here in 95, and it's got 100 as well. All right, so this name could definitely get to 95 and 100 this week or next week possibly. Again, tomorrow it depends. And if Baba does dip here towards 84 or so whatever, and we get another reversal candle, I might play this name again. And I believe this has 50 and the 200 MA on it. Yeah, exactly. So right now we're just basing about the 200 MA on it, and we got the 50 MA right below it. So maybe if we fill this gap and we come back above, I will add on to this name again. The first play we nailed in the entire MSL, we were in from here, and we were in from this zone, right? And we caught this huge move. So I'm out of this position right near the top end, which was amazing. And now I do want a re-entry when it comes, so I'm going to be very patient with it. One name that I really like, keep an eye on Disney, guys. Keep an eye on Disney. This name is at a very strong monthly support. Oh damn, so we're near the monthly 200 MA as well, which is very strong. All right, so this name, basically the way I would want to play this name, I'm probably going to add a position this week. I think Disney, you know, as we can see, so I'll take 90, a whole number as an example, right? Or to use as a reference for Disney. So $90, if I add in equity, for example, I don't need to worry about this name. I don't care if it goes to 95 or 100. That's not my goal, right? My target will be 110, 120, 130, whatever it may be. And if it fills a 200 MA, it wants to base down, then my next zone will be roughly 60, 65 to average down. And then that will be my last position, and then I'll leave it for many months to come. I think Disney can bounce up big from here, at least towards this zone, which is roughly 116, 120. So the ratio to the upside is I think has higher chances of happening than to the downside. We have come down from 203 all the way towards 90 almost. So I would love Disney. I will probably add after tomorrow. And again, this candle is very supportive of last month. Right, this candle when it happens at the bottom is very supportive. Where we open, we dip below, we go up, and we close just above the opening price. All right, this candle could be a bullish candle, and we could have a big green candle one of these months, as long as we just hold these lows. So Disney is definitely on my radar, probably my top three. And one of the other names that I'm watching is Trip, TRIP. Keep an eye on this name as well. Monthly, it looks great. And then let's go on the weekly and the daily. The weekly also looks pretty interesting, as you guys can see. When these wedges take place, we could definitely bounce at least toward the 50 MA, which is 20, and then we got 27 above on the weekly. And then if we go on the daily basis, on the daily we got this right here. On the daily also, nice little breakout. The stock just kept going today once we mentioned and we saw. I am not in a position, but it's something that I am keeping on my radar. If I see some flows or something comes, I think 19, 18 is not out of the question. So on a stock like this, even if we catch $1.50 to the upside move, options move huge, right? And if this by chance squeezes $2-3, then we're looking at multiple X's returns on the options. One of the names, the option snipers, Neil Save, called it way below, and I think he's up 1,000% on this name. So damn impressive. So sometimes this happens. I mean, this equity alone also went up close to 40% or more in the last few weeks only, right? So some of these names are just insane, and option snipers are very good at catching these falling wedges when things just rip. Another name, Microsoft, has some negative gamma built up this week. I got some negative gamma right now. We're basically riding the 50 MA trend, and today we actually came down towards the 50 MA and we held the 324 to 325 zone. So keep an eye on Microsoft as well. If we do break below the 50 MA in the coming days, then there's a big risk of this name starting all the way towards this right here. If you guys remember, there's a very good chance we visit this on Microsoft in the coming weeks, in case if this level fails and big tech decides to come down a bit, because some of these names have been super hot, right? Names like Microsoft, META, a very clean uptrend. Even today, I mean, there's no chance of dipping, right? I think this comes down to test the 50 MA at least once, so I'd be patient on this name. I think somebody has equity. If you do, great. I mean, if this is a turnaround, let's say for this name, right? Now that they released the threads as well, they can keep going, but again, it's come down from 90 to 298. It's up over 200% on equity alone in the last 8 months or so, which is huge, right? And this name is moving like a penny stock, basically, if we look at it, right? And now we are approaching a big resistance. I think AJ, you asked about Meta. So keep an eye on Meta. I think we are approaching the big resistance near 300, which will be very tough to take out, as we can see, right? So it might take some time, and we might get some consolidation here, even a dip towards 256, 260 in one of these coming days or weeks, right? And then that dip we want to see. So this is a name where I would do bear call spreads maybe. So I'll look into it tomorrow, and maybe I might grab some just because we are here near a very huge monthly resistance. So I will look into Meta tomorrow and see what's up with it. What else we have? What other name do we cover? Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon we covered, Meta we covered, Baba we covered, Tesla. Tesla, nothing crazy, just very choppy on the weekly basis, and we are here in a very big supply and demand zone. So here we see what happens, and big reversal here. I thought we were probably going to break down on Tesla here, we didn't, but we did come back up from 100. This is also moving like a penny stock, just insane range, big ranges, big moves. Let's see where this goes, and I think this also has a chance on a bad week or a bad market day that this can visit this zone one more time, and then we reverse back up, test the 5200 MA again. And again, is Tesla, anything is possible in it, but I do believe it does come lower and gives us an entry sometime this year or next year maybe. That's just my own bias and my belief, and we'll see when that happens. Just want to be patient with it because I do want to add more equity on this name whenever I get the chance. And if I miss it, that's fine. Then I'll see how to trade it in the future when the days come. Now moving on to the DXY dollar. We tried going back up, right? The measurement. Now we're back again here. So let's see what happens here. The weekly. This is. It looks like it could lose some more value, right? And if we go on the daily, straight down for the last few days. Tomorrow CPI, so we'll see what happens, right? With CPI, definitely this will move a little bit. We'll see which way it goes. Then we got the US 10-year, 397. So just holding above the high rates on the 10-year yields. We'll see how this continues tomorrow after CPI, and then we'll also see this, the 10-year and the 2-year spread. So we're at the -90. This one I was talking about a few days ago with you guys. This will take time. But once we do cross back above this spread that I follow closely, if you want to know more about this, just tag me, I'll share it with you guys. But let's say we go back towards 2007. So this is what I meant when in the chat I spoke about when this goes positive, right, the spread. So every time, even in year 2000, before, as soon as it was coming down and we went back above zero right here, this zone right here, we went back above it. That's when things started in the market. That's when we had some panic tax rate. Same thing happened in 2007, 2008. As soon as we got back above the zeros, they started going up. That's when the recession really started. Here is not happening yet, so we do have a long way. I think when this starts trending back up and we go across some of these levels, I think that's when the economy might face a little turbulence here and there. And we'll see how far that really goes, if there is any. All right, so just gotta be patient. And this spread is insane. It hasn't been seen for a long time like this. And if you want to know more about this, understand what this is, I won't go into details now, but you're more than welcome to do some research online, and that should help you guys. And with that, thank you guys. I just wanted to go over a few charts. CPI tomorrow, we'll see how that goes, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.